Introduction, Session 1, Pierrette and Briano, Anthropology, 242. Hi, my name is Pierre Briano, and I'm in Brooklyn, New York. I'm a daughter, a sister, a wife, and even a mom. My daughter is 11 years old. We were asked what our favorite courses are and what brought us to UAF. The ethnobotany program brought me to UAF. I'm super fortunate in that I'm in the certificate program for ethnobotany. It is the study of where botany and cultures, most specifically indigenous cultures, meet. It is an amazing program, and if you're an undergrad at UAF, you can minor in it. I can't recommend this program enough. It's been life-changing for almost all who have taken it, and the timing of it couldn't be more relevant to what is happening in current events and in the world, especially during this difficult time of the pandemic. Into the tundra. I especially appreciated Ethnobotany 100, which is the field study on the Kuskokwim campus. We were able to have field study because it was 2019, pre-pandemic, where we went into the tundra and we identified plants with both taxonomy identifiers and cultural identifiers. But the best part was when the elders shared their knowledge with us. The professors are amazing. You can see Lisa on the left and Anne on the right. They are insightful and creative, intelligent, intuitive, and super engaging. My classmates were also amazing, and the friendships have been long-lasting. I highly recommend it. In a past life, I studied at Bryn Mawr College in Philadelphia and Spelman College in Atlanta. Currently, I work as a diversity, equity, and inclusion consultant. Nonprofits and small firms hire me to work with their entire organizations collaboratively and to create an equitable and inclusive environment where diversity can thrive. I feel so fortunate that my background in anthropology is being used, and especially that it's being used to create safe spaces for people to feel like they can be their full selves at work. I'm really looking forward to this class. I'm already learning different methodologies and schools of thought, and I feel I can already use these in my everyday life. Into Alaska. When I was 17, I was lucky to be invited by Chief Peter John as part of a group to Minto, Alaska. The trip was positioned to our parents that we would be visiting Minto to help their youth starting a day camp and restore an ancestral old graveyard in Old Minto. However, once there, I realized immediately as I was sitting at the feet of Grandma Elsie John, Grandma Evelyn, and Grandma Dorothy, that we weren't really helping them at all. They were helping us. They were teaching us things that we probably should know. They were teaching us ways of their culture, and they were teaching us and helping us with their acceptance, their lessons, and generosity. Here, in the video that you're seeing, that's actually Grandma Dorothy, and it's actually a UAF video. It was how I found ethnobotany, was I was looking for some things on Minto, and I came across the certificate, and I knew I had to do it. But until this class, I never really understood why we were working on the graveyards. I mean, it might not be the reason why, but in this class, in Clifford's paper, Clifford reported that in 1990, the Native Graves Protection Repatriation Act had occurred. And now I'm wondering if our going there and working on this was part of that act. To the best of my 17-year-old self, I did try to record and I did try to document, and I have tried to share the knowledge that I did learn from the elders. I went on to live many places and was super fortunate to be immersed in different cultures. This, plus my own cultural background, informs greatly my idea of the role of anthropology. In my DEI work, I often say the phrase, not about us without us, and I think this applies to anthropology. I really appreciated Clifford's discussion of the opportunities and challenges in regard to collaboration with the documentation of different cultures. In the very beginning, he painted the juxtaposition of the distanced anthropologist who sells everything to the Smithsonian versus the anthropologist accepted by the York elders for loyalty and friendship, leading to the legacy of insider anthropology. At Spelman, my college professor, Dr. Janetta Cole, and she was also the president, was renowned for her work as an insider anthropologist. Throughout Clifford's paper, he discusses the tension between insider-outsider observance and the possibilities and limitations and consequences of all of the actions involved. Into the joy. This is my daughter. One of my favorite things to do, and I don't know if it could be considered a hobby, is to go with my mother and daughter to the beach. I love cooking with my husband and watching many different types of shows and plays, and we're very fortunate in that where we live, they have a lot of outdoor concerts, and we really love going to them and exercising in the parks and just kind of enjoying what we can. I hope that this is helpful. And there's one last slide, and these are some links to share. So I just thought relevant to this presentation, there is the link to the UAF Chief Peter John. I wrote connection, but it's actually collection. And then Grandma Dorothy, the YouTube that you just saw of her making the baskets, is there. And I thought that it would be fun to have this last link of my daughter and I making a video for ethnobotany. It was something that we really enjoyed, and I hope that we can share it. Thank you, and have a great night.